Today I'm going to show you how to make Keto Gobhi Paratha. I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can stuff the paratha. It's going to taste delicious. It's going to have a lovely texture and you're going to enjoy this with some keto pickle. Let's make this together. For the cauliflower filling, add 100 grams of cauliflower with half an inch of ginger, 1 green chili and 2 tablespoons of coriander leaves into a grinder jar and grind to a smooth paste. Set a pan on medium heat, add 1 tablespoon of oil, half a teaspoon of coriander powder, stir fry for 10 seconds or so. Next, add in the cauliflower paste. Add in some salt to taste and stir fry everything for 1 to 2 minutes till the cauliflower becomes smooth and has a sticky consistency. Next, give it a taste, add some more salt if needed, sprinkle some black pepper powder and our cauliflower filling is ready. Coriander leaves, ginger and green chili gives this filling a wonderful flavor and your parathas will taste delicious with this. Divide this into 4 portions. For the paratha dough, combine a 1/4 cup of almond flour, a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of ghee. Mix the dry dough well with your fingers and next add in water a little bit at a time till it forms a soft dough. The water should be at room temperature and you're going to approximately use a little more than a 1/4 cup of water. Once the dough comes together, it's going to feel slightly sticky, so add in half a teaspoon of oil. I'm using avocado oil and coat the dough with it so it feels smooth again. We're going to divide this into 4 portions. I'm going to show you 3 different methods to stuff the doughs with the cauliflower filling. You can use whichever you find the easiest. And I'm also using a tortilla press which made the paratha making process so much easier. You can obviously roll it out as well, but I would highly recommend you buying a tortilla press. I'm going to press the dough in between parchment papers. Make sure to grease the parchment paper so that the dough doesn't stick to it. So let's start with method 1. We are going to grease the parchment paper with some oil, like I said. Then use 1 portion of the dough ball, grease the ball as well. Place another layer of parchment paper and using the tortilla press, gently press it down so it forms a small rolled out dough. Take a 1/4 portion of the cauliflower filling and fold the dough over it. If you're rolling out the dough, roll it out to approximately 3 inches in diameter and then put the cauliflower filling inside. Try to press it close completely. This dough doesn't stick as well as wheat doughs do, so just take a little time to close all the crevices nicely. And then we're going to grease the ball again and press it down with the tortilla press. This time press it all the way so that it flattens nicely. Don't try to pick up the paratha from the parchment paper. Just grease your pan with some ghee and then place the parchment paper with the paratha directly on the pan and then gently peel away the second parchment paper. This way your paratha is not going to tear. You're going to cook the paratha till it turns golden brown on both sides. It should take approximately 2 minutes per side. You can add some ghee on the other side before flipping it and your paratha is ready using method 1. Let's go to method 2 now. For this method, we are going to use 2 dough balls and 1 dough ball should be bigger than the other. So we are going to flatten the dough balls using our tortilla press and end up with 2 flattened rolled doughs with one being bigger than the other. You can obviously roll them out as well. It just is a lot more easier to do this with the tortilla press. Once we have 2 rolled out doughs, we are going to start with the bigger one and we are going to place twice the amount of cauliflower filling inside. This is a thick paratha, so make sure to use double the amount of filling than what you used for method 1. Spread it on the bigger dough, leave a small margin, then coat the margin with some water so it's sticky and then fold the bigger one on the smaller one. Is this complicated? I don't know how to explain this well, but I hope it's easy when you watch how I'm doing it. Flatten it further and your paratha is ready. This is exactly how traditional parathas are made. Grease the pan with some ghee and this you can directly add on the pan. Try not to break it like I just did. You can easily fix it if it does break. And then we are going to cook it till it's golden brown on both sides. One important thing to consider is that when you calculate the macros for this paratha, it is going to be double that of the paratha you made using method 1, because this has double the amount of dough and double the amount of cauliflower filling. Method 3 is super easy. We are going to just combine the dough with the cauliflower filling and make a ball out of it, press it down with the tortilla press, and then we're going to fry it. This is probably the easiest. It is much like how we make theplas. If you're Indian, you probably know what that is. Just like method 1, it's better you put the paratha directly on the pan when it's still on the parchment paper and slowly peel off the parchment paper. It's a lot more thinner. The method 1 and 3 parathas a lot more thinner, so it's a lot easier to do it this way and not have the parathas tear. All the parathas taste really delicious, but it's going to taste even better if you have it along with this keto pickle. Paratha and achar is a combination, right? We've got to have keto pickle. Check out the recipe. I'm also going to add it to the end of this video. So with method 2, the filling is nicely inside both layers of the paratha and it feels very nice and soft. With methods 1 and 3, the paratha turns out slightly more thin, but it's still nice and soft. All of them taste delicious. I cannot wait to see if you enjoyed these recipes. Please let me know. If you want the recipe for the keto pickle, here it is. Your pickle is not going to have mango pieces. Don't have that. It is too high in carbs. We're going to make it out of green chilies and radishes. This is going to be absolutely tasty. You can either use a hot or a mild green chili. Make sure that the green chilies and the radishes are completely dry so that the pickle lasts longer. Chop up the radishes into tiny pieces, and I also de-seeded the green chilies to make it milder. For the pickle masala, we will combine half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, cumin seeds, coriander seeds, fennel seeds, black peppercorns, and a quarter teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. We're going to dry roast them for 2 to 3 minutes over medium heat or until they start to smell aromatic. Grind them to a coarse powder after they have cooled down. We are ready to make our instant pickle. Take 4 tablespoons of avocado oil. Set the pan on medium heat, add in the green chilies, add in a quarter teaspoon of hing, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder, and give it a stir for approximately a minute. Next goes in half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. Stir that in. Lower the heat and add in the radish pieces. We want to give it just a quick stir. We don't want the radish to get all mushy. It should stay crunchy. Add in the pickle masala, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, a half a teaspoon of salt. Let's give it a taste. Pickles are usually tangy and salty, so add in a little more salt or white vinegar if needed. Place it in an airtight container in the refrigerator and it should be fine for 7 to 10 days.